Netflix's newest K-drama is off to a strong start, and it's reminiscent of some of the best Korean rom-coms of the century. Over the past few years, the platform has poured immeasurable blood, sweat, and tears into one pursuit, cementing itself as a trailblazer of international content. Be it pre-existing titles acquired by the streaming juggernaut or original creations with star-studded casts and expansive marketing campaigns, it's undeniable that Netflix has become a go-to purveyor of K-drama romance. Consequently, its newest release, Sold Out on You, unsurprisingly shares major similarities with some of the most acclaimed series in K-drama history. Undoubtedly, Business Proposal is one of Netflix's most successful romantic K-dramas to date. The corporate backdrop offered a truly unique setting, while its tongue-in-cheek incorporation of genre conventions made it extra entertaining. It may never have received the same attention as Squid Game, but Business Proposal remains one of the decade's best K-drama romances. Similarly, Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha is a seminal hit that strikes all the right chords of an opposites-attract romance by dissecting the difference between the K-drama's small town and the Seoulite protagonist. In comparison, Sold Out on You feels like the perfect middle ground of both fan-favorite titles. Sold Out on You already feels like a modern classic K-drama. The 2026 series evokes some of the K-drama genre's finest. At the heart of Sold Out on You is Dam Ye-jin, Chae Wonbin, the charismatic host of a home shopping network. Like Business Proposal's Shin-hari, she has a shrewd mind for business and loves her job, but, like Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha's Yoon Hye-jin, she is ambitious to a fault and oftentimes overconfident. As such, when her boss demands she land a lucrative contract to earn a primetime slot, Dam Ye-jin travels to the secluded village of Deokpung in search of the exceedingly rare white-flowered yuri mushroom. The moment she arrives, however, Dam Ye-jin runs into a significant roadblock. The farm's brusque owner, Matthew Lee, on Hyo-seop, has no intention of helping her. While the big city entrepreneur locking horns with a jack-of-all-trades local is comparable to the basic premise of Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, Netflix's 2026 romantic comedy is far more original than it may appear. Despite the familiar dynamics, in fact, it's unlikely anyone could watch Sold Out on You and think the similarities are anything more than pure coincidence. Rather, the series is making a strategic move to draw in viewers using tried-and-true tactics. From world-class, utterly revered K-drama masterpieces to titles that were panned by critics but gained a cult following, tropes are what keep the Korean film industry running. Just as Business Proposal had a fake dating hook, and, ironically, on Hyo-seop's captivating talent, to attract its fandom, Sold Out on You is wisely employing well-known frameworks, like the Seoul/Deokpung cultural divide and light enemies to lovers flavoring, for prospective viewers to latch onto. Once it establishes its audience, though, it's clear Sold Out on You has plenty of depth and innovative narrative choices waiting to be unleashed. Sold Out on You can only grow from here. Netflix's newest original has the potential to become a modern classic. The harsh reality is that most K-dramas need to front-load their story with clichés to garner attention in the early days, but Sold Out on You has already sown the seeds of some intense, emotionally driven subplots. Ye-jin's insomnia is unforgiving, and it obviously stems from a deep-rooted trauma that she still hasn't forgiven herself for. Likewise, Matthew desperately tries to keep people at arm's length due to his own guilty conscience over a past mistake. As the K-drama sheds the affable, almost comedic tones of the first episodes, however, it will only get better and better. Such a promising start is invaluable and gives Sold Out on You a massive leg up as it approaches the start of its second quarter, but a great first impression can only take a series so far. Luckily, there are glimmers of genuinely creative storylines and refreshingly earnest character arcs, which bode well for the new release's future. There are plenty of upcoming K-dramas that will be vying to claim the title as Netflix's best new international series of 2026, but based on a phenomenal first stretch, Sold Out on You is sure to put up a good fight.